Hey, it's Bret Gregory, and I'm so excited to be here with you today where you are going to create your high converting signature talk. I'm Bret Gregory, and if you haven't done so already, you can download your signature talk template, or you can steal my signature talk template at this link right here. That's attractcustomersnow.com/high converting webinar. I just posted it in the chat and it's in there. And if you're not in the chat, you can see it in the links below. But go ahead and grab your copy, download your copy of your high converting signature talk, and then let me know what city and country you're tuning in from. Hey, Yolanta, did I pronounce that right? Is it Jolanta or is it Yolanta from Virginia? Welcome, good to have you here. If you're just joining us, then tell us what city and country you're tuning in from so I can give you a shout out while we get ready to help you create your high converting signature talk. So hey, Brendan from Brisbane, Australia, welcome. Good to have you here. So be sure to go ahead and download your high converting signature talk, which you can do so on the link in the chat box. And then go ahead and tell us what city and country you're tuning in from so that I can give you a shout out. Hey, Ray is from Portugal. Trish is from Park City, Utah. Jessica is from DC. Welcome. Good to have all of you here. David is from Mandurah, Western Australia. So good to be with you here and to have people from all over the world tuning in. It's always exciting for me to have be able to give a shout out to our global audience. So go right ahead and download your high converting signature talk template with the link that I put you, that I have right there or gave you right there in the chat bar. And what that's going to look like is it's going to look like this. It's going to take you to this website. And if you're a Mac user, you can download the Keynote version. If you're a PC user, you can download the PowerPoint version. Now, you do have to own, if you're going to use PowerPoint, you have to own PowerPoint software. If you're going to use Keynote, you do have to own Keynote software. Otherwise, it doesn't come with its full functionality. But most folks seem to have that information, so those software packages. So they're pretty basic. And if you don't, be sure to get it because you're going to really love them. So hey, Hannah from Botswana. I think you're the first person from Botswana we've had here, Hannah. That's amazing. Hi, Nikki from Scottsdale. Sunny's from Phoenix, Arizona. Sunny is from sunny Phoenix, Arizona. Jay, your pronunciation is good. Okay, well I pronounced it two ways. So well, actually, Jay. So. Yeah, I guess I can pronounce the letter J. Awesome. Lorianne is from Ontario. Good times. Well, it's so great to have all of you here with us. So what we're going to do today is we're going to help you create your high converting signature talk. So I'm going to jump right in. We're going to get into it now. So when you go, and the last thing I'm going to ask you to do is tell us the title. Tell us the title of your signature talk. All right. So the signature talk that you're going to use to go out and make your mark on the world, the one that you're going to make to help make a bigger difference, the one that you're going to use to get people into your on one-on-one calls with you that will help you convert and get more customers into your programs, and whether it's coaching or whatever your programs are. Tell us, Chris, we're live. Are you live? Ray, understanding the numbers. Okay, so Ray, your signature talk is called Understanding the Numbers. Brennan's signature talk is called Save Money and Own Your Own Home Sooner. I like it. I like it a lot. So if you're just joining us, tell us the the title of your signature talk. Tell us the title of your signature talk. Go ahead and write it in there. Okay, here we go. So when you're going to create your high converting signature talk, so one of the things that I have for you here is you're going to learn very quickly and easily create a beautiful high converting signature talk. Whether you want to use your talk to get booked on stages, whether you want to use your talk to sign people up into your program, sell products, services, or just simply motivate people, that's what you're going to learn today, and it'll really help you make a big difference and a big impact in the world, and you can use it to grow a significant audience. So here is your signature talk outline. This is well, my high converting signature talk outline, and it looks like this. And I'm going to go through it fairly quickly because you're going to get to see it in action. So if you at any point feel like I'm going too fast, just hang in there with me because you're probably going to see it again. I like to start with an outline and then we go into it. And so when I'm creating a signature talk, all of my talks follow this general basic outline. And the only thing that really is different about my signature talks is the length of time. So I can give my signature talk in 90 minutes, or I could give it in 60 minutes or 30 minutes. I usually don't go less than that. It's hard to do it in much less than that, but I mean, it's possible. You see TED Talks all the time, or 18 minutes, so you can certainly do it. But if you're going to be talking, it's nice if you can have a good 30 minutes to get your signature talk out there. And so in your signature talk outline, you want to tell people why they should bother to listen to you. Then you want to tell them what they will learn, and then you want to do what's called seeding your offer. This is where you can say to them, hey, I'm going to teach you some great information. Here's why you should watch it. Here's what you're going to learn. And if you want more, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work more with me one-on-one. That's seeding your offer. So in this case, at the end of this talk right now today, I'm going to give you the opportunity. If you want to work with me more, I'm going to give you that opportunity. I'm going to show you how you can work with me for 3 days and create your signature talk. I'm going to show you how you can work with me one-on-one and create your signature talk and build your business. Then you're going to use your hero's journey story. Now we're going to go into what the hero's journey is and how you can create your own hero's journey story. And then I'm going to recommend that you put in some customer success stories within your signature talk. You want to put multiple customer success stories. So you don't want to just say one person one time listened to your talk and was able to get some good results. You want to talk about multiple people that you've been able to help, ideally paying customers and their success using your system or process. Number 4, your unique step-by-step process. And this could be your unique process. It could be your unique solution. It could be your unique formula. It's important that it's unique to you. This is going to allow you to distinguish your brand in the marketplace so that other people can differentiate you. They know, why are you different? How are you different from a competitor or somebody that I might otherwise think is the same? So this is really important for your unique value proposition, your unique brand, and it comes in the form of number 4. It's your unique step-by-step process or solution or formula that really helps you stand out from the pack. Then number 5, this is the majority of your presentation, comes in your high value lesson. And I included part 1, 2, and 3. That does not mean you have to have 3 parts. It could be 1 long part. It could be 7 little parts. But what's really important is that you give the high value information on number 5. It's just got to be high value. It can't be frivolous, and that's what's most important. Then number 6, you go into your special solution or amazing formula. So as I mentioned on number 5 is going to be the bulk of your presentation. If I'm doing a 60-minute presentation, I'm going to spend 35 minutes on the content. That would be number 5. Number 6 would be your special solution or amazing formula. So this is what your special solution, number 6, kind of encapsulates what they just learned in number 5. If in number 5, you spend 25 minutes teaching them a high value lesson, number 6 is where you kind of package it all up in just a couple minutes and say, all right, here is your amazing formula. Here is your special solution. Again, it helps deliver a ton of value to the client, but it also helps you stand out online. Then you insert another customer success story. Then you always want to conclude with number 7. You want to conclude with a high value exercise. I'm going to show you why in just a moment. But you always want to have a high value exercise. So this is where because people really learn by doing. They learn by rolling up their sleeves and actually doing some sort of an exercise. And that doesn't have to be a physical exercise. It could be a mental exercise. It could be a take a pen to paper, answer a question exercise. But it's got to have high value. Next is If you are speaking, if you're doing your signature talk and you're doing it at an event, let's say you're at an in-person live event, not a webinar like this, but you're at a live event, and you're trying to collect email addresses and contact information, then you want to give away a free gift. A free gift that is in alignment with your talk, that adds value to the audience and allows you to collect the email and contact information. Then again, put in another customer success story. Then you're going to transition to your offer. So number 9, transition to your offer. So I'm going to recommend that when you do a signature talk, if you haven't done one before, or if you are in the early stages of doing signature talk, your offer should be a one-on-one strategy session with you, a complimentary one-on-one strategy session with you to see if they fit, to see if they qualify to work with you, to see if they fit or qualify for your premium offer. If you do that, if your offer is a one-on-one strategy session and you offer that at the end of your talk, you realistically could have 50% of the room signing up for a one-on-one consultation with you. Just imagine for a moment, speaking to 20 people and having 10 one-on-one appointments with motivated, qualified, prospective customers. And if you do this the way that I teach, that is a very, very realistic outcome. We've had situations where we've had 100% of the room sign up for one-on-one strategy sessions. And then, of course, the close, number 10, heartfelt thank you and inspirational close. So now I'm just going to take a little break here and see the, I want to read a couple of the titles. So Darlene, hey, from Atlanta. Jerry's from Portland. Thea, the title of your signature talk is Manifesting Miracles. You can do it. I love it. Roz, moving on and getting happy. How to stop feeling bad about your divorce once and for all. All right. Julia's from Denver. Donna is spreading hope. Help other people excel. I like it, Donna. Jay, Energy Works, the system to excel in whatever you do. Janet, passion, purpose, and prosper doing what you love. Awesome. You guys are rocking it. Okay. So now, and keep going as we're going through. Feel free to ask your questions. By the way, when I go full screen, I can't see the comments. So I kind of have to toggle back and forth a little bit. But I want to talk about when you do a presentation. I want to talk about the audience and how the audience receives presentations. And I really liked this image about the learning pyramid, and it's about knowledge and retention rates. So if you're trying to teach information and you just do a lecture, the audience will get about 5% of that information. I mean, just think back when you were in school and you listened to a teacher or a professor, for hours on end, and then you went and took a test. Yeah, maybe you were able to regurgitate it pretty well, but how much do you still remember? It's probably, in the 5% range, and that's pretty realistic. If you read information, you might get 10%. Now, again, same kind of thing. If you were in school and, maybe you were a good test taker, you were good at reading a book and taking a test and regurgitating the information, but how much do you remember from those textbooks? So we retain about 10% of that information from reading. And I'm talking long-term retention. If we include a video and we have some visuals, like you're seeing a visual slide right now, that brings it a little bit higher. It doubles it. It brings it to about 20%. If we can include a demonstration, if I do a actual demonstration, which I'm going to do some demonstrations through this, but if we do an actual demonstration, you're likely to get about 30% of information. But we don't really make a huge lasting impact with our signature talk until we move into this bottom half of this pyramid, or this bottom portion of this pyramid. So you could see at 50% is when you have a discussion group. So if you are doing a signature talk and you're trying to teach your information, if you have the opportunity to get people to pair up or partner up into small groups of 3 or 4 and have a discussion, they're now participating. This is a participatory teaching method. Their retention and the receipt of their information will go up to half. Now that's a lot. That's pretty significant. But you can take it even higher, 75%, where it says practice by doing. Okay, so this is why it's always critical in your signature talk to have some type of an exercise that people will be able to practice by doing to learn the information that you want to teach them. And the exercise could come in all sorts of forms. It could be a physical exercise. It could be a mental exercise. It could be answering questions, writing answers on a piece of paper. It could be, anything. But it's important that it matches, it helps the customer solve their big problem, and it matches what they, what you are trying to teach. Now, the best that you can possibly do is for the people who learn from you to then go around, turn around, take that information and teach it to others. If they teach the information, if we teach information, that's when we really learn the information. So one thing that I suggest you do is when you're doing your signature talk, for sure you want to have an exercise in there because that'll get up to 75%. But you can also ask people if they want to, if they will listen as if they're going to teach this information to a partner or teach this information to one person later, they will probably have a 90% retention rate. Okay, so I mentioned before I was going to do some demonstrations, and so I'm going to do our first demonstration here. So I mentioned in the signature talk where we talk about customer success stories. So here's a quick little demonstration. I'm going to put in a customer success story to demonstrate to you how this works. All right. So one of our clients, Andrea Albright, I attended one of her talks. She gave a signature talk. Her signature talk was called Passive Income Empire. It's how to create a passive income. And she was able to sell out one of her high-end programs with her signature talk. And she's a client of ours, and we help her do the Facebook ads and marketing and grow her business. But she was able to sell her high-end program with her signature talk. So that right there was a quick example of a short and sweet customer success story. So how one of our customers, used this information that you're learning right now to achieve a level of success. Okay. The next thing that I'm going to mention is a lot of people always ask us about the slides of their signature talk. So this particular slide did not come in your download, but many of the slides that you have did come in your download. And what I like to do is you use these big images, and this is called full bleed. And all that means is that the image goes all the way to the edge. And we use 90-point font. So you want huge font. And if you use 90-point font, you only have room for 4, maybe 5 words in one line maximum. So one of the biggest mistakes, the biggest pitfalls that I've seen is, when people have death by PowerPoint. If you've experienced death by PowerPoint, right? Yes. If you've ever had to sit through a terrible PowerPoint presentation where all it is bullets and text the entire time, write the word yes, because nobody likes that. That's death by PowerPoint. So the way around that, the way to empower yourself to have an awesome signature talk is to use these big images and to use 90-point font to make your point. Okay. And so now when you start your signature talk, so many of you had awesome titles to your signature talk. I would love to see some of your signature talks. You start out with the signature talk. So we've got our title here. Now, usually when I'm creating a signature talk, I'm going to actually build out my presentation first. I'll put a placeholder title here, but then I'll go and build out my presentation. And sometimes during the process of creating my presentation, the title of my talk changes a little bit, and that's okay. So that's something that you should expect if you're going through this process. Don't be surprised if you want to change the title as you're building out your process. So you've got your signature talk title, and it's really important that you have a big, bold promise. Okay, so what's your big, bold promise for your signature talk? So I'd like to just take a second here And so please tell us, so go ahead in the chat, tell us what is your big, bold promise of your signature talk, okay? I'm just typing that in the chat. Tell us what your big, bold promise is of your signature talk so I can take a look at it. And it's really important because the title of your signature talk is what's going to sell people on listening to you. That's going to sell people on, you know, registering for your webinar or attending your live event talk. It's going to help people who, if you want to get booked on stages, you got to have a big, bold promise. If you want to speak on at someone else's speaking gig, if you want to be a sought after speaker, your signature talk should have a big, bold promise. So let me take a look. Clifford, in 36 hours, build the team for your direct sales business. Now that is an awesome, big, bold promise, Clifford. You totally got it. Tanya, do not survive, thrive. Awesome. Can you tell me a little bit, give me a little bit more, Tanya, because that could be fairly general. See if you can go more specific. Joe, I won't be boring. All right, awesome. Brendan, paying off your home loan quicker and have more money to spend each week. All right, awesome. See if you can put in some specifics there, Brendan, like pay off your home loan 5 years quicker, or, you know, in half the time, and I'm just making this up, and have more money to spend each week. So, and like how much more? Is that hundreds of dollars more each week? So just give me some specifics there, because that gets more exciting and a more clear, big, bold promise. Dylan, 7 audiences experiences that will raise your conversions. Fantastic. Are we doubling conversions there? So see if you can go a little bit more specific, but I like it, Dylan. I think you're in a good spot there. Gene, in 4 hours, understand the sales cycle and have confidence around the sales process. I like it. And then, so Roz, learn how to be there for yourself in any situation. All right, cool. All right, you guys are on the right track. Okay, so let's keep moving. So now you need to tell them why they should watch. So right now, go into the chat bar and tell us why we should watch your signature talk. Okay, why should we watch your signature talk? And you'll notice here, you know, on this slide, you're only going to have 4 or 5 words, but there might be more than one reason of why we should watch your signature talk. There's a why you should watch your signature talk. There's benefit number 1. Give me a benefit of watching your signature talk. Give me another benefit of watching your signature talk. Okay. So for example, in this presentation, you can, why you should watch it is if you want to create a signature talk that will get you booked on stages. That's, you know, that's a great benefit, as well as, you know, an extra benefit. And if you want to increase, you know, if you want to double or triple your conversions, that would be another, from your signature talk, that would be another benefit number 2. If you wanted to create a business that allows you to attract and get high-end customers, you can do that with your signature talk. That's benefit number 3, okay? So tell me, what are the benefits of listening to your signature talk? Pat, double your personal power after age 59. Nice. Sunny, be a cycle breaker and legacy maker. Break negative cycles and create a beautiful life legacy. I love it. Gene, get clear around the value you offer to your clients and why they should work with you instead of any of the competitors. I love it. Brendan, stop living paycheck to paycheck. You got it. Dylan, avoid losing your audience at hello. I like it. Yeah, fantastic. Gene, understand profitability. Okay, cool. You guys are on the right track. Now, tell us what you will learn. Okay, so what are you going to learn in the signature talk? And sometimes, you know, sometimes people blend in the why and the what, and that's okay. It's just important, though, that it's clear. It's really important that it's clear. You got to tell people here's why they will benefit from learning, and in this case, you'll benefit from getting more speaking gigs. Why you would want to watch this presentation would be to fill up your calendar with one-on-one appointments with highly qualified, motivated prospective customers. Those are good reasons why you should watch this presentation. Now, what are you going to learn? You're going to learn the specific steps of creating a high conversion signature talk. That's it. It's that simple. So don't overthink it. Just tell us what it is. You'll know there's the difference between the why and the what, and just tell us what it is. And then you now have the chance to seed your offer. And as I mentioned a little bit earlier, seeding the offer is simply saying, I just told you why you want to watch this, what you're going to learn, and I'm going to give you the opportunity at the end. If you want to take this farther, I'm going to give you the opportunity to sign up to work with me and have a conversation with me. All right, so that's seeding your offer. It's a great way to prepare the audience, to let them know that if they want to work with you, they can, and you're going to tell them how. It's just very simple. Don't overthink it. It's nice and straightforward. Okay. And as I mentioned, so one thing people like to see a comparison. So what I did here is I created one of my other webinars, or one of my other signature talks here, and so I'm just going to walk you through it so you guys can see how it looks. All right. So this was a different webinar where I taught people grow your business with Facebook Live. Why do you want to do this? You want to do this so you can attract high-paying clients, so that you can make a bigger difference in the world, so that you can grow your own self-sustaining business, so that you can live and work from anywhere. Okay, so I went through why you should do this and what you're going to learn. What you're going to learn in this case is how to do Facebook Live. Okay, so I just went through an example here. So I showed you what that looked like. Then you get the opportunity there to seed your offer, and and then of course I do recommend you go back in and you put in it could be a 15-second, it could be a 30-second customer success story, just something that's nice and short. Like, for example, one of my clients, Lynn Hawks, she created her signature talk, and she created her high-end coaching program. And just recently, literally last month, she sold out her own live workshop that she has coming up next month. She completely sold it out, and this is going to allow her to make an offer at her high-end workshop to work with people at a $6,000 level. So that's a quick example of someone who is using this exact technique that I'm teaching you now for success. Okay, so now let's go into the next part. So the next section here is your hero's journey. Okay, so Chris, yes, there's a recording. Brendan, the importance of having a budget. I like it. Darlene, yes. Joe, how to determine the value of your offer. Okay, good. You guys are doing great. Now we're going to go into your hero's journey story. So first off, what is the hero's journey? The hero's journey was something that was created it was an observation by a author who was studying who was studying some of the greatest stories ever written, all the way back, over 2,000 years old, like Homer's Iliad and the Odyssey, all the way up through the most recent Star Wars. If you look at the most famous stories in the world, they all have a pattern called the hero's journey. And in this case, you're going to tell your story of how you became a mentor. And in the process of how you became the mentor, and in the process of telling the story, this allows you to talk about your credibility, establish your credibility, let people know you know what it is that you're doing. You can be a mentor for them. They can hire you for your services because you really know what you're doing. And you do it in such a way that is, there's no bragging in this whatsoever. You're doing this without bragging, and you're doing it in a way that completely captivates the audience. And so here's the outline. And then I'm going to go through the outline quickly, and then I'm going to go through it again a little bit more slowly. But when you're telling your hero's journey story, you start out with the ordinary world. This was the world, this was my world before I went on this adventure and learned the information that I'm teaching you now and became a mentor. That's the ordinary world. And then something happened. There was some call to adventure, and you faced some major challenge, and you confronted your biggest fear, and you overcame that challenge and fear. And because you did so, you got the reward. Whatever the reward is, you're teaching the reward in your signature talk. And now you are returning with the elixir. The elixir is the information that you're teaching. The elixir is the information, you learn this secret formula, you learned this solution, you learned this process, you learned this secret thing that is now the elixir, and you're coming back and you're teaching it to your prospective customers. And then you're going to paint the customer's new future. You're going to get them to imagine what their lives would be like if they learned the information that you're teaching them now and implemented it. And now you're going to show them that you're that qualified mentor to do that. Okay, so let's go through it one more time quickly. So remember, we start with the hero's journey. So you'll take a picture on this particular slide, whatever that picture is. Maybe it's a picture of you. And when I do the hero's journey, I would put here a picture of me. And then you go into what was the ordinary world like before I before I learned the information that I'm teaching you. This was the ordinary world. Then something happened. There was some big call to adventure. Now I recommend you, these slides are for you, it's a template. I recommend you replace the images and the words. Unless your adventure specifically involves scuba diving, I'd probably change the images. But you're certainly welcome to use these images, but just make sure it makes sense to your presentation, whatever that is. You faced some major challenge, and this is where you had this life-changing transformation. You faced this challenge, and it was tough, and you learned something through this challenge. You had to confront your biggest fear, but you did it, and you came out on the other side. And because of that, you got the reward. And because of that, you also had the special knowledge that makes you the mentor and allows you to return with the elixir. And the elixir just is the information that you are teaching on your signature talk. And now, because they're learning that information, you can paint the picture of the customer's new future, and you can include a success story. Okay, so I want to see if we have any questions here. So go ahead and ask whatever questions you want. I'm going to go through and give you a quick example here of how I tell my hero's journey story, and I'll just go into it just like this. Okay, so here's me in the ordinary world. Okay, in 2006, I was a suit and tie guy. I had my own successful financial advisory firm for about a decade. But my business was just fully focused on making money. We made a lot of money for our clients, made a lot of money for ourselves, but that's all my life was all about. And then I had a tragedy in my family. In January of 2006, my brother was diagnosed with terminal lung cancer, and he was given 9 months to live. And unfortunately, he passed away almost exactly 9 months after that. And he passed away peacefully in our Father's arms. And that event changed my life forever. I said to myself, what am I doing in some soul-sucking career, not making a difference in the lives of people? And I literally cast off my suit and tie. I sold my successful financial advisory firm. I had $2 million. I moved down to San Diego. I moved down from San Diego to Costa Rica, and I bought a 164-acre rainforest. We have 5 waterfalls. That's me on the right-hand side on one of our 5 waterfalls. We have whitewater ocean views. And I said, I'm going to create a wellness community so that anybody who wanted to could fly down to Costa Rica and heal themselves from within to the best of their body's abilities. And so we turned something really awful into something wonderful, and helping my brother live a legacy and making a big difference. Well, I purchased the property in 2007. Then what happened in 2008? Global financial crisis. So here's This is the big challenge that I faced. All right, so there was a big crisis, and of course, losing my brother. But then this was the big challenge. I had to come up with $1 million in less than 12 months, or I was going to lose everything. I had to make a final payment on the property, or I was going to lose everything. And the global financial crisis hit, and it was terrifying. But after spending 12 hours a day going through everything to try and make it work, I came up with a solution. I figured out how to find customers on Facebook. I grew a big Facebook page. I drove traffic to my website. I built a small email list, and we ended up doing $1.5 million in sales, all to customers we met on Facebook. So that's the reward. And now I'm going to come back with the elixir. I'm going to teach you how to do it. And now I'm going to paint the new picture. We built one of the largest yoga Facebook pages in the world, and I was able to take that same information and build my Facebook page to over 258,000 likes. Just imagine, what would it be like with an extra 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 new eyeballs on you? And you can do this. Anybody can do this by following this step-by-step process. So that's my pardon me. That is my hero's journey story. Sorry, everybody. I'm going to have to take a little sip of water here. Just give me a second. So if you like the idea of the hero's journey, this is the way that you can give your resume, establish your credibility without bragging, and do it in a way that's extremely captivating. If you like this, write hero's journey, okay, in the chat box. If you like this, write hero's journey in the chat box. Okay, and then I recommend you put in another customer success story. So you're painting your customer's new future. This is the perfect time to put in another customer success story, okay? Just like one of my clients, Nicole Moore. She's a love coach, and most people don't associate love coaches with making, 6 figures in sales in 60 days. And we helped her, she put together a signature talk that she does on webinars and she gives in different places. And we helped her build, grow her following on Facebook. And she ended up doing literally over $100,000 in sales in 60 days as a direct result of us working together. So this is a future picture that anybody can have. I mean, even a love coach. And it's just a step-by-step process that anybody can follow. Okay, so now we're going to be talking about your step-by-step process. So let me go through. So a lot of people like the hero's journey. Yes, it's good stuff, right? So now we're going to talk about your step-by-step process. If you have your own step-by-step process, share it with us. Tell us, what is your step-by-step process? And if you have a name for it, or if you can do it in 1 or 2 sentences, go ahead and share it in the chat box. This is where you can really make yourself stand out. You can talk about, this is your unique step-by-step process. This is the step-by-step process that nobody else has. It's what differentiates you. It's what makes you stand out in the market. And so you're going to start out by talking about, here is your unique step-by-step process. Now, here's how you do it. And this is where you're going to spend the bulk of your presentation. So again, on a 60-minute presentation, I'd spend somewhere between 25 and 35 minutes on, this is the bulk of the content. And it's got to be high value. Give them the good stuff. Like I just taught you the hero's journey lesson. That's some pretty good stuff. And I'm going to give you more too. That's an example of high value lesson, okay? And high value lesson, maybe there's a part 1 and here's how to do it. Maybe there's a point 2, maybe there's a point 3. There doesn't have to be 3 points. It's just got to be high value, and it's really got to help the customer make a real difference in their lives and have a really hot, juicy takeaway, and lets them know that, okay, you're the mentor that I want to work with. I want to hire you to help me with this transformation or solve my problem. And I like to encapsulate what you just taught everybody with some type of an amazing formula. And really, it could it could just be a summary, okay, of what you just taught, but it's really nice if you could just simply encapsulate what you just taught them. It's awesome if it happens to be a formula. Again, that really helps make you stand out online. Now, it's time for you to create a high value exercise. All right, so remember, if you want your audience, if you want to have a really high retention of your information, you've got to get them to do some type of an exercise. And the exercise can take many, many different forms. So here's what we're going to do right now. Everybody right now, go to your chat box, and I want you to write a transformational exercise, some kind of a high value exercise that people can do. So for example, we're doing an exercise right now. Your exercise is to write down your transformational exercise question. Okay. I would say in about 90% of my presentations, 90% of my signature talks, the exercise is people will take out a pen and paper and they're going to answer 3 questions. I would say the majority of my talks is the exercise comes in the form of 3 questions. Now, sometimes I have people partner up and they answer questions. Sometimes I have people, stand up and do something. If I'm teaching Facebook marketing, I might have them go take a bunch of selfies that we're going to use and post on Facebook in a particular way. That's an example of an exercise. But you need to have a transformational exercise that's going to be a big deal. So right now, go in the chat box and write down just one transformational exercise question, and that is your exercise. So Delilah, how to get seen, get heard, and get sold with social media. Okay, great. Put that in the form of a question, Delilah, that some of your people can answer. SDK, what you can right now to make it happen. Okay, so put that in the form of a question. Delilah, name 3 social media influencers you follow. Okay, cool. Yeah, if those 3 social media influencers, and maybe the next one is plan on how to get in touch with them so you can network together. That would be awesome, Delilah. Jean, behavioral profiling to ensure they know themselves, why they do stuff, and why they don't like people or things, not liking paperwork. Okay, cool. See if you can form that, Jean, into a very clear question that someone can answer right there on the spot. Okay, and maybe what you just wrote, maybe that could be broken up into 3 questions. Roz, choose 3 negative thoughts you had today and create a thought makeover for each. Awesome. I assume you're going to give a little bit more detail on how to do that, Roz, but you totally are on the right track. David, what is the avatar of your ideal customer? Cool. So David, I would go in maybe even a little bit more deeper. If somebody doesn't know how to write out what their avatar is, maybe go a little bit more narrow with the question so that they can answer it right there on the spot. Joe, what's your biggest obstacle on branding yourself? Okay, cool. Good. Yeah, sometimes that could be like a mindset question, Joe. That's really good. Okay, you guys are totally rocking this. Please write down your high value exercise for your signature talk and do it. And by the way, remember, this is just a template. It's just a placeholder. You can do whatever you want. But I find if you can write a few transformational exercise questions that your audience could answer right there on the spot, they could pull out a pen and paper and answer it right there, that can have a profound impact on how much of your information that they retain and how much you're able to motivate them when you make your offer. Darian, what's one problem your target audience is facing now? Cool. I might even throw in what's their biggest problem, Darian. That's great. Clifford, what would you ask someone you just met? Okay, I'm missing some context there, but I assume you have that and you can include that in your question. Sunny, describe a negative cycle from your family you'd like to change. Awesome, cool. That sounds good, Sunny. Okay, you guys are totally rocking this. Then, of course, throw in another customer success story, okay? Sorry, I had to take another sip of water there. But then throw in another customer success story, okay? So for example, all right, like one of our customers, here's one of, and by the way, all of these customer success stories, these are real, actual customers of mine. Like for example, I love Gregory. She is a conscious business coach. She teaches people how to make more money with their sacred wealth code. She does signature talks. She speaks, she does online webinars, and she hired us to help her with her Facebook ads and her conversion and her funnel, and she did over $137,000 in sales in 60 days. So if you think that you can't make a lot of money with your talk, your signature talk, you most certainly can. So remember, if you are giving this talk, let's say you're giving this talk live to an audience in person, and you don't have their email addresses, now is the time to give out a free gift. If you're doing a webinar, you should already have their email addresses. You had to register with your email to get on this webinar, so there's no point in giving a free gift to get the email addresses when you already have them. But if you don't, that's where, if you're in front of this audience right here, this is where you want to give out your free gift. And then I like to throw in another success story right before you transition to your offer. Okay, so when you transition to your offer, this is where you must create value. Now remember, your offer is going to be a free one-on-one consultation with you, but you have to let people know, hopefully they have understood that you're the mentor, and you are going to make yourself available to them. And you only have a limited number of spots. If you're in a room of 50 people, you can't meet with all 50. But for anybody who's interested in working with you, this is where they have the opportunity to work with you. And you want to make sure that through this process, you have created value. Okay, I want you to err on the side of giving away too much. Okay, that's what you want to do. You want to give away too much. And you want to motivate your customers. You want to motivate them. And the way to do that is to paint the picture of their future. So you say, hey, the reason why you signed up for this presentation to hear me is to get some type of transformation. Imagine what kind of a transformation you could get if we could work together one-on-one. So please sign up. If I am in person, by the way, if I'm doing this in a physical room, I will pass out a form to collect people's information to sign up to work with me one-on-one. I'll pass out a form that says, hey, tell me if you're interested in having a one-on-one consultation with me. Put your name, email, and phone number. Best time to call you, and my assistant is going to reach out and schedule a one-on-one consultation with you. If you're online, you might want to have a link right there available to book right one-on-one with you. If you don't have this, there's a million websites that do this for you, but timetrade.com is one example. There's a lot of different websites where you can sign up, and many of them even for free, and people can book a one-on-one consultation with you right from a booking link. And then you're going to close with a heartfelt thank you. So this is where, you let people know, hey, this is, my purpose on this earth here is to spread this message, is to teach this information. In this case here, it's to help you grow your purpose-based business and make a bigger impact and a bigger difference in the lives of those customers you were truly meant to serve. And I just want to let you know how much I am honored that you showed up here today. You worked hard, you participated, and I want you to go out and really change the world. Go out there and make a big impact. Go out there and make a big difference. Thank you so much. That's a very, and that's real for me. That's all 100% true. That is exactly how I feel and what I am passionate about it. But that's where you want to put out your heartfelt thank you. Let me take a quick pause here. Tim, what can you do in this conversation to differentiate yourself for the last 5 people who spoke to them? How do you truly differentiate every conversation? Okay, so I assume that was from the last exercise. That's great. Roz, what if you're a new coach and only have 1 client? Great question, Roz. If you're referring to customer success stories, Roz, you can help other people. You can develop other customer success stories without them having to pay you. Meaning, before I ever had a business, I had no customers. When I started this business 6 years ago, whenever anybody starts a business, you always start with 0 customers, and I would help other people I'd help people for free, grow their business with Facebook and grow their list with Facebook and fill their webinars and seminars and live events with Facebook. And I would get testimonials. And that's where I would get my customer success stories. So I only needed about 1 or 2 of those before I got referred and I got my first client. So we all start from 0, Roz, and I would recommend go and help people get the result that you create so that you can have more success stories. But that's a terrific question, Roz. So let's go back and recap what we just learned. All right, and the last thing is I do recommend having a recap as well in your signature talk. But your signature talk, why you should watch, what you will learn, seed your offer. You got your hero's journey story, your customer success story, your unique step-by-step process solution formula. Number 5, your high value lesson, part 1, 2, and 3. This should be the majority of your presentation. About half of your presentation should be number 5. Number 6, your unique solution or amazing formula, and then a customer success story. Number 7, give a free gift. Make sure that's just for if you're trying to collect email or contact information. And throw in another customer success story, then a high value exercise, transition to your one-on-one offer, which I hope is a one-on-one strategy session to see if they fit or qualify for your premium high-end offer, and then offer a heartfelt thank you and inspirational close. So a lot of people ask me when creating these signature talks, hey, where do you get all these awesome images? I get a lot of people say, oh, I love your presentation. It's gorgeous. And the cool thing is about doing it this way, it's so much easier to do it this way than to just take like the stock PowerPoint or the stock keynote slides. So what I do, here's some websites that I like: 123RF, Flickr, Pexels, Pixabay, StockSnap, Unsplash, New World Stock. So these are in your download, and you can always just take a quick screenshot of these. And this is where you can get awesome free images from. So I like to use those big free images, and then you fill in the blanks. So if you got value out of this, if you got value out of today's presentation, please write the word value. If you liked learning about how to create your high converting signature talk, please write the word value in the chat bar. And then I'm going to do something that's pretty fun. So for many of you know that I own a Facebook advertising agency. If you don't, now you do. And on the Facebook advertising agency, one of the things we focus on is how to grow your business virally using Facebook ads and creating viral Facebook page posts. So if you got value, so Delilah, Jean, Joel, Dylan, Darian, Joe, Hannah, Roz, SDK, Lawrence, Jerry, S, everybody says value, 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 value. Joel says huge value. Roz says value. Thanks so much. Thank you. So if you got value out of this, please don't keep me a secret. And the way to do that, I'm going to show you, this is going to be a lot of fun. So the way to do this is I just put in a link, right? So this is the link right here. So you can get the link in the chat bar. So go ahead and click on this link and you'll see this link takes you to this post that I posted on my Facebook page. You'll notice it's a very long post. By the way, I find now that these long Facebook page posts are converting much better than the short ones, and this is relatively new. It's kind of happened in the last 60 days or so. The long form posts seem to be converting much better. But you'll see it looks like this, and here's what I'm going to do. So this is the next offer. So you'll see so far 2,700 people have liked the post. You'll see so far 49,000 people have been, or excuse me, 43,000 people have been reached. There's 24 comments and 33 shares. So right now, go ahead and click on this link that I'm posting here and write what you just learned. So again, if you got value, please don't keep me a secret. The way to do that is click on this post and share, and I wrote it right here. So it says, please tell us what you learned from the Signature Talk webinar, okay? So please tell us what you learned from the Signature Talk webinar. And here's what I'm going to do. Okay, you'll see that it's already been seen by 43,000 people. We're going to turn this post into an ad. And I'm going to show this ad to 500,000 small business owners, entrepreneurs, coaches, authors, speakers in the United States, Canada, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand. And if you do a post, if you write a comment on here, and here's what I want you to do. Make sure to click the like button or click the love button. Write a comment right now. And then I want you to click the share button. That's this one right here. Okay, so do this. So write a comment, click the share button. You'll see it shares like this. And you can click where it says share on your own timeline and just hit post. What I'm going to do, and I can see here, I can see who shares it, by the way. So I can see there's 33 people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and make a comment on your share. And what that does is it's going to get you seen by more people. So if you want this free exposure, if you want to be, you want the opportunity to have 500,000 small business owners see you by, for free, then please follow these instructions right now. So step 1, click on the link here. Thank you, Clifford. He said incredible value. So click on the Facebook page post link that I just put in there. Go ahead and click on it and tell us what value you learned from the Signature Talk webinar. Click the like button and share it. And again, I'm going to go back and comment on your share. And if you do so, you'll get that same exposure of these 500,000 small business owners, and it'll be really fun. So Sharon's going to get seen by 500,000 people. Cameron Hush, Louise McMartin, Veronica King, Denise, Tho, Chrissy, Tracy, Kenneth, Kathy. All you guys are going to get seen. You guys are totally awesome. And I'm going to go back through and share. I've got 25 comments so far. So go ahead and do that right now. And then you'll have that opportunity to get seen by 500,000 small business owners. So with that, let me go back and move this. So please be sure to do that because you don't want to miss out on this. So with that, I mentioned the, let me show you how to turn this into money. If you'd like to see how to turn this into income, write show me the money. All right, if you'd like to see how to turn this into income, go ahead and write show me the money. And so I'll show you one example of one of our clients who they do signature talks all the time. My clients, Freddie and Elspeth Moit. It's Dr. Elspeth Moit and Freddie Zentel Weaver. They have a company that teaches tantric intimacy, and they give signature talks. And they were clients in our 12-month program. And they sell out their high-end retreats. So they get to travel to Chicago and Texas and Santa Barbara and San Diego. They get to travel all around the country and teaching their high-end retreats. And as the process, they filled their 6-month coaching program. So they have a multi-6-figure business, and they get to travel all around and speak. It's pretty cool, right? So for those of you that say, show me the money, awesome, awesome, awesome. Cool. Oh, thank you, Thea. You wrote in the chat. I appreciate you very much, Thea. That's awesome. So for those of you who wrote, show me the money, let me show you the money right now. All right, here we go. So here's how you can turn this into significant income. What I am a big proponent of, because the fastest way to, the fastest path to cash is for you to create a high-end coaching program. And what I like to do is I like to do a group and one-on-one hybrid coaching program. And it looks like this. The people who sign up in this program, and by the way, we're all going to have high-end and low-end clients. I'm right now just talking about the high-end ones because that's the fastest path to cash for you and for all of us. So the high-end ones sign up with you on a 6-month agreement. And here's what they get. They get 2 30-minute one-on-one calls with you per month, plus 3 group calls with you per month. This is the business model that I got started on, and in just, it was just about 90 days, I went from $0 to $8,000 a month. After a year, we got to $10,000 a month. After 2 years, we got to $20,000 a month. After 3 years, we're about $30,000 a month. We are over $50,000 a month in our coaching programs. Okay, we do it. They're virtual, with the exception of our 4 times a year, our quarterly in-person meetings. Everything else is virtual, so we can live and work from anywhere. This business model transformed my business, and if you give it a try, if you allow it to, it can transform your life. And here's why. Because here's what you charge. When you get people to sign up, they sign up on a 6-month agreement at $700 a month. That means one client, just one client, is worth $4,200. If you only got one client a month, you'd be doing great. But what if you get, after 2 months, you got 2 clients? And let's say you did a speaking gig where maybe you did 1 speaking gig a month and you got 1 client a month. And now you got 3 clients. You could get 12, you'd be making $12,600. And the other nice thing about this coaching model is it can be done from the comfort of your own computer. All right, so anywhere in the world you have an internet connection. I do coaching calls from Australia, New Zealand, Costa Rica, Brazil. I've done coaching calls from Africa. I've done coaching calls from the beaches in Italy. I've done coaching calls all over the world. So you can do this all over the world. So this is the high-end coaching business model that we use, and I created a business that now every month we make over $50,000 a month. And now, how do you get these clients? Well, here is one way to do it. If you just have one webinar, so let's say you find the right person, you find a partner or multiple partners, and collectively together you can get 60 people on one webinar. And you give the webinar, and because you offer a free consultation at the end, 20% of those people sign up. That's 12 strategy sessions. And let's say you only have a 30% sign up rate. You got 3 new clients out of that. 3 clients, okay? You got your first 3 clients right there. That's your first $12,000. What if you did 1 speaking gig? Now, a small speaking gig, or let's call it a reasonable size speaking gig, has 40 people. That's not a lot of people. There's lots and lots of speaking gigs out there that have 40 people. When you are in person, I've done a lot of speaking gigs. When you offer a free strategy session, if you have a good signature talk, if you followed our strategy, you should be able to get 50% of the room to sign up for a free consultation. But let's be conservative here, and let's say only 25% sign up for your free consultation. That means you're going to have 10 strategy sessions. And again, let's say you have your 30% sign up, you're going to end up with 3 clients. Okay, so from 1 webinar, you made $12,600 in sales, and from 1 speaking gig, you doubled that, because now you have 6 clients. You had 3 and 3, and now you have 6 clients. So now you've made $25,000. Do you think you could get 1 webinar a month? Do you think it's within your capability to find 1 speaking gig a month? Maybe you do 1 webinar 1 month and 1 speaking gig the next month. You could alternate. And if you did that, that's how you can quickly grow your business. Just like my client Sean Massey, who is, she teaches something called self-solidarity. She helps women with love themselves again. And she sold over $24,000 in 60 days. So she got 6 clients. I mean, you don't need that many clients with this kind of a business model, but she did it in just under 60 days. And then shortly after that, she completely filled her 6-month coaching program. So where could you find these kinds of partners? Well, one of my favorite way to find these kinds of partners is by attending events where you will find these kinds of partners. Okay, so I have an event, I speak and attend at events, and I attend at least 2 a month. I'm either speaking or attending. I'm pretty much going to be speaking about twice a month at different events. But I attend events as well as a participant. And I always, always, always find partners. If you attend one event, you can find a partner. And here's the thing, all you need to make this business a reality is one good referral partner. All you need to find is one good joint venture partner. What's the difference? Well, a referral partner is somebody you trade referrals with. A joint venture partner is somebody that you pay commissions to for a referral. But they're both very profitable partnerships. All you need is one good speaking gig. All you need is one good webinar. And this will help you create your path to cash. I took this picture when I was hiking Mount Kilimanjaro, and I noticed as I was walking this path, and by the way, that little mountain in the background, that's not the top of Kilimanjaro. That's a teeny tiny little mountain on the shoulder. That's like a pimple on Kilimanjaro. Kilimanjaro is so big. The top of Kilimanjaro is above Everest Base Camp, and it's a 50-mile hike. And it's, so it's located in Africa. And as I was hiking, I would walk on this trail, that trail that you see behind me, and I'd just be walking and walking and walking. I felt like I was just walking forever, and I would look up, and it just didn't look like I was closer at all. It didn't look like, I said, my gosh, I've been walking for hours and I'm not any closer. But I know I'm following a path that other people have followed before. I'm following a guide who has been to the top before. I know if I just keep putting one foot in front of the other, eventually I will get to the top. And so I am suggesting to you that you are on your own path to profit. And I have a path for you. A lot of people have asked me, hey, how do you do this? So many people have asked me that. We created a step-by-step path to profit, and it's called Attract Customers Now Live. And it's going to be in San Diego. Carlsbad is North San Diego on February 8th, 9th, and 10th, 2017. That's February 8th, 9th, and 10th. And in Attract Customers Now Live, you're going to learn, this is the path that you follow. You're going to learn how to figure out what is your most profitable niche and where do you find those high-paying clients. You're also going to discover the fastest way to grow your list with highly qualified customers. And most importantly, you're going to discover how to get those clients to find you. Just like our client, Ann Davin, who sold over $100,000 of her coaching program in the first 60 days. She had a high-end coaching program. She followed our steps, followed our structure, followed our process, and that was her result. In Attract Customers Now Live, you're going to learn how to grow your business through what I like to call radical giving. You've just experienced me doing some radical giving. I just taught you this information. You mentioned that you got a lot of value out of it. I want you to go out and give value to the world and grow your business as a result of it. So in Attract Customers Now Live, you're going to be with 150 other business owners, coaches, authors, speakers, who are all radical givers. And just imagine for a moment, if you're in a room with 150 other radical givers, and everybody introduces themselves to you with this phrase, how can I support you? What we do is we facilitate you finding your best referral partner, finding your best joint venture partner, booking speaking gigs, booking webinars. And just imagine 150 entrepreneurs coming up to you saying, how can I support you? All you need is to find one good referral partner. All you need is one good joint venture partner. All you need is that one speaking gig, that one webinar. This program is, by the way, it sells out every year. Attract Customers Now Live is valued at $2,000 for all the information that you're going to discover and the transformation and coming away with those real partners that can really help you grow your business. And our goal is for you to come away from this event within the next 8 weeks to make $2,000 back from the event. The value of the event is $2,000. Within the next 8 weeks, you should make $2,000 from your business, and that would be a minimum that you would make. It's a very, very clear, attainable, achievable goal. All you need is one client to be able to accomplish that. This is like one of our clients, Asara. She runs the Telos channel. She is a spiritual coach, and she was able to sell over $24,000 of her high-end coaching program. Again, that was only 6 clients. She got 6 clients in 60 days, and she ended up filling her 6-month coaching program. Now, if that wasn't enough, for those of you who sign up, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work one-on-one with me. So when you work one-on-one with me, what we do, we're going to schedule a call. So for those of you who sign up and jump in, we're going to schedule a one-on-one call. As soon as you sign up today, my team's going to contact you, schedule a one-on-one call, and we're going to lay out in 2017 your business plan that's specific to you and your niche, and a specific plan that's going to help you, when you attend this event, link up with the exact right people and get booked on stages. And for your business, how you're going to convert your high-paying clients, how you're going to find your high-paying clients, but most importantly, how to get them to find you. Now, here's the thing. The only way to work with me one-on-one, the only people who get to work with me one-on-one are people who are in my $24,000 program. This is a 12-month program called my 20K Club, and that program is full at the moment. But here's what I'm going to do for you. So you can't hire me on a one-off basis. But if you sign up for Attract Customers Now Live today, I'm going to give you the opportunity to work one-on-one with me. So I literally charge $2,000 a month for these one-on-one conversations. And by far the most valuable thing that I could possibly do for you is to give you my time one-on-one on your business. So this phone call will be a $1,000 one-on-one coaching session. So together, here's what you get. You get to work one-on-one with me. You get to attract on our call and set you up for Attract Customers Now Live on February 8th, 9th, and 10th. The combined total value is $3,000. So right now, go to www.attractcustomersnow.com/live. And the thing is, I'm not going to charge you $3,000 today. So to attend Attract Customers Now Live, to find the right partners who are going to help you grow your business, figure out who your customers are, figure out how to get booked on your next speaking gig and make at least $2,000 in the next 8 weeks. So a significant return on your investment. We're just going to charge you today the early bird special of just $197. So right now, go to www.attractcustomersnowlive.com. I'm going to put this in the news feed here. Go to Attract Customers Now Live. There you go. Thank you, Kirsten. And then you put in the promo code. Yep, Kirsten's right. You put in the promo code early. So you go to Attract Customers Now Live. And here's the thing. The early bird special has already expired. That expired last month. So there's no more early bird special. However, because you're on this webinar, I'm going to give you this one-time bonus, and this ends immediately. So this event sells out every single year. It will sell out, and we will be completely full. The hotel has already told us, we're going to be completely full. So what I need you to do, if this is feeling like something that you want to do right now, if you want my help working in your business, if you want to be surrounded by referral partners and 150 entrepreneurs who are going to introduce themselves by asking you, how can I support you? Go to attractcustomersnow.com/live and click on this Buy My Ticket button down at the bottom. And it says $300 off promo code, in quotes, the word early. Now, this is case sensitive. So what you do is when you click on that, you're going to see this page. It's going to show you, you're going to get one ticket to Attract Customers Now Live. And again, the early bird special is over. That's why it says $497. But I'm going to give you, along with these other bonuses in here that you see, I'm going to give you this one-time special offer. You type in the promo code, the word early, and click the orange apply button. And that will take the $497 number down to $197. And that is the promo. Click apply, finish checking out. Once you're done checking out, you're going to get an email from us that's going to come with some information. It's going to come with your username and password. And my team is going to contact you. And what we're going to do is we're going to schedule our one-on-one call. So we're going to get on that one-on-one call. We're going to book the one-on-one call as soon as we can, because I want to help you prepare for the Attract Customers Now live event. And I'm going to make you a promise. So on that call, I'm going to do everything that I can to set you up for success. I'm going to do everything I can to help you ensure that you figure out, you know, exactly who your perfect client is, where to find them, how to get them to find you, and set yourself up for success at the Attract Customers Now live event. If we get on that call and you don't feel that you got 10 times the value that you paid for it, if we get on that call and you say, you know what, I don't feel like I got the value, and in fact, it doesn't matter, any reason at all, no matter what, if we get on that call and you just don't feel like it's the right fit, it does not matter, whatever it is, at the end of the call, you just say the word, and we'll be happy to give you a full refund. That's my 100% satisfaction 30-day guarantee. So right now, go to Attract Customers Now Live. attractcustomersnow.com/live. Check out right now so that we can book our one-on-one call and help you build your business, get you in front of 150 other entrepreneurs who are all going to introduce themselves to you by saying, how can I support you? And let's get started building your business together. I just want to say thank you for being here with me. It is my honor to teach you this information. I love doing this. I get so much energy out of it. Hopefully you can feel that, and I really want to meet you in person. I would love it if you, when you come here in San Diego on February 8th, 9th, and 10th, if you introduce yourself to me by giving me a big hug. I love hugs. I do air hugs too. You know, not everybody wants to do a hug, but I love hugs. I'm a big hugger. So come up and give me a hug when we get together in San Diego, and let's get started building your business together. Thank you so much. If you loved this, go ahead and write the words thank you. And I love you, and I can't wait to meet you in San Diego. Namaste.